Currently, many problems, ranging from corruption to rising sea levels, have created a world that has multiple pressing crises. More specifically, the problem stems and relates to one key problem that must first be addressed: lagging public infrastructure. There is a sharp contrast that a single street can have, and the New York subways remind me of America's lagging infrastructure, which has not only stood unchanged for decades, but is apparent in the rest of the world as well, which is only worsened by corruption. By addressing these key problems, the poly-crisis world can be fixed one step at a time. Currently, only a third of young people are optimistic about the future of our society, indicating a dire need for unprecedented interdisciplinary change and action. The Council on Foreign Relations estimated that there is an infrastructure investment gap of nearly $2.6 trillion this decade, that, if unaddressed, could cost the United States $10 trillion in lost gross domestic product, GDP, by 2039. Next, public investment in U.S. infrastructure as a share of GDP has fallen by more than 40% since the 1960s. Furthermore, by 2030, irreversible damage will be done to the environment if we do not act fast. This situation needs to be turned around. With the United States facing a record-high debt ceiling and unprecedented problems, public infrastructure, misinformation, and food insecurity still permeate throughout society, which causes a net negative for everyone. For example, American subways are still far behind everyone else, and city infrastructure is decrepit. We are ranked 13th in the world in infrastructure. We rank higher in corruption compared to 26 other developed countries. Realizing this as a growing issue, the founder wishes to jumpstart action to ensure his project design matches current world expectations and reality. He was invited to UN ECOSOC Youth Forum Week in New York, where he learned about Ban Ki-moon's new projects and initiatives like the Your Future in Green Jobs program, built a team through meeting like-minded youth involved in the 17 UN SDGs, connected with youth leaders nationally as well as from the global south, to find out ways to expand the outreach of each other's SDG projects. To pave the way for a stronger foundation in public development, intergenerational and collective action is required, ready to make an impact. The founder and his team launched Ascend Agency with the belief that a better tomorrow starts with sound public development today, through its 7 A's of advancement of framework, which consists of the following elements: audience, understanding what demographics should be targeted and why both the company and the intended demographics benefit from the business; advantages, investigating what enables the company to stand out and beat the competition now and in the future; agents, researching the workers, representatives, and skill sets that need to be sought out for the company to operate and flourish; analytics, analyzing what is the reason certain business decisions should be made, and whether is there a pragmatic reason behind the choice; accountability, holding themselves to a moral standard that avoids creating or worsening issues that ultimately hurt people, profit, and the planet; ambition, realizing what it is that ultimately drives the company forward. That is, what is the business's overarching goal; assets, ascertaining what the business needs in items, time, etc., in order to continue to operate and move forward. Through video cast series and working directly with companies, the framework can be used to analyze the current problems in the status quo and make recommendations. Outcomes: Ascend Agency aims to work with different companies and on social media platforms to communicate our framework to the public. The first pilot will take place at UN World Oceans Day, where the founder will apply the 7 A's of Advancement framework to recommend sounder infrastructural development in coastal cities. In fact, according to the Center for American Progress, ocean-based infrastructure has the potential to provide up to 1/5 of the reductions in greenhouse gas (GHG) emissions needed globally to limit the world's temperature rise to 1.5 degrees Celsius, which scientists say is necessary in order to lower the risks associated with climate change. Looking ahead, the organization seeks to engage 500 youth from 25 plus countries and localize 10 plus solutions over the next 3 years. Join us to co-design toward a better and brighter future in public development.
Last but not least, introducing the 7th A of the 7 A's advancement, with the goal of progressing both SDG 11, Sustainable Cities and Communities, as well as SDG 14, Life Below Water. So what's the 7th A of the 7 A's advancements? It's assets, ascertaining what the business needs and items, time, and more, in order to continue to operate and move forward. So what does the best usage of the 7 A's advancements look like in the real world? The best example of a focus on ambition when it comes to sustainable infrastructure is Xylem Inc., who are a global water technology company founded in 2011. They exhibit the last 7 of the 7 A's advancement because of an asset optimization infrastructure. By combining innovative technologies and data science, Xylem's job is to help cities and communities fix water challenge to protect oceans and other bodies of water. To take a small example to extrapolate to the rest of the company, I will focus on Xylem's partnership with Copenhagen to implement smart water management as an example of a case study. For this partnership, Xylem showed their assets and 4 key technologies and solutions, ultimately contributing to Xylem's running of Denmark's largest UV system, which can treat as much drinking water as almost 9 Olympic swimming pools. To do this, they first used advanced metering infrastructure. Smart meters send real-time updates on water use in order to understand the usage and potential leaks both by the customer and utilities. Next, there's acoustic leak detection. Sensors placed along pipes can identify and locate leaks by listening for the characteristic noise of water leaking past cracks or broken joints. Then there's pressure management. By lowering water pressure during low demand, it reduces the stress on pipes, thus reducing the potential for leakage. Finally, Xylem's cloud data analytics platform provides real-time monitoring, analytics, and visualization for many sources of data. With all 4 of these technologies, Xylem shows that they are able to ascertain the correct items that they need not only continue to operate, but also to push the boundaries of water treatment, as evidenced by the fact that they run the largest water treatment system in Denmark. As Xylem themselves explains, Xylem's Emmabada factory is the largest wastewater pump factory in the world, where 1.2 thousand employees produce around 170,000 pumps each year. The factory's on-site water treatment plant, inaugurated in 2022, can recycle 20 million liters of water each year. But that's not all, because Xylem's focus on assets, the last A of the 7 A's advancement, has many other quantifiable impacts. First, there is reduced water loss, as Xylem reports that non-revenue water, which is water lost through leaks and unauthorized use, decreased by 15% in the first year of construction, and the usage of these technologies saved around 4 million cubic meters each year. Next, improved pumping operations with better energy efficiency helped reduce energy use by 10% and more. This not only meant lower greenhouse gas emissions, but also significant cost savings. Better environmental sustainability helped lower water usage, which means water extraction from nature was reduced. Less energy is used to clean and transport water, which reduces the impact on water habitats and carbon emissions. And ultimately, happier customers, because an early detection of leakage and thus better quality water and service has made way for much happier customers who are confident in the utility of the water. Once again, you guys can notice that when someone follows these 7 A's advancement, they not only benefit the environment, but also their bottom line as well. A reduction in energy consumption directly benefits the environment and the costs associated with the usage of this energy. But that is not all, because once again, data science is used and plays a large role, as well in the form of 3 main ways. First, predictive analytics. Through machine learning algorithms, Past and present data is analyzed in order to estimate potential future leaks and piping issues. This enables possible early corrective measures that ultimately reduce service disruption and costs. Next, there's network optimization. Hydraulic models stimulate the flow of water and pressure across the distribution system, pinpointing areas where improvements can be made to enhance operational efficiency while minimizing energy consumption. Finally, there's customer engagement. Data-informed customer communication and education programs send targeted and personalized recommendations which make responsible water use a personal choice for water conservation. In conclusion, the work that Xylem is doing in Copenhagen, Denmark shows how assets managed with a commitment to data science are really beginning to make water systems more sustainable and resilient. By taking a base of existing resources and amplifying them with insights found from data science, Xylem helps cities and communities do more with less water and in the process get more of the sustainability goals realized. This case study helps show the effectiveness of the last A of the 7 A's advancement. And with that, the 7 A's advancement have all been examined through case studies. As you can all see, if more businesses implemented even one out of these 7 A's advancement, they will not only see the benefit to the environment, but also to their financials. In a world where consumers are becoming more and more environmentally conscious, the 7 A's advancement will only continue to be more effective. Thank you for sticking with me through this entire video series. I hope to see you later.